Good evening and welcome to another night of Assetto Corsa Competizione. We are bringing you round 5 of the Shakedown Sim Racing ACC GT3 series, and we are from the most cursed track in all of Italy, Monza. Joining me in the commentary box at the moment, it is just Tyler Craig. Hopefully we will be hearing from Naptic a little bit later in the night. He's just got something else on. But Tyler, welcome back to the commentary box, man.
Yeah, thanks. First of all, I don't think Monza is that cursed.
It is.
It really isn't.
It is.
It might be for you, but for everyone else, it's a masterpiece. I'm not really too fond of it, but it's a track.
Sounds like you are a bit fond of it. It's you're calling it a masterpiece. I call it a bit of a. Well, there's no nice way to put it. It's a bitch of a track.
It's easy to drive, but hard to get perfect.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that is what characterises it the most, isn't it? You mess up one corner, and it just throws you off for an entire section of the whole circuit. Like, it throws you off for the next, what, 2 kilometres? 2 kilometres of lap? Because everything about this track is about the momentum that you carry out of the corners and down the straights.
Pretty much, yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah, well, I mean, what percentage of the lap do you reckon we spend at full throttle here?
75%. I'm gonna give it.
I reckon it'd have to be more than that, wouldn't it? Be about 80%.
Possibly, yeah.
Not possibly. It's just one of those tracks that the moment you lose that momentum, you suffer for the next couple of straights. Yep. I guess we better talk about you on Sunday night. There was as we swap over to official practice, we should probably talk about your performance on Sunday night. Yeah, a damn good night.
Yeah, I thought it was going well. First race didn't really go too well because of someone spun in front of me. I got taken out, but apart from that, it went pretty smoothly, I reckon.
Well, did you see the shenanigans in race 2 down the main straight?
Yeah, I did. I did re-watch your stream just before, and yeah, happened. I just got past it, and then round tree my teammate. Just got taken out pretty much.
Yeah. On that note, how many teammates do you need?
A teammate. Or 2.
There's so many ING Mustangs out there in the AKV8 Supercar season this time round that it's making it
just looks so nice.
It does, but it's a nightmare for me because there's so many liveries that are exactly the same, and I have trouble differentiating between you guys.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but you guys do you. Maybe, I don't know, put some highlights on there so that I can tell the difference between you. But anyway, we are talking GT3 tonight here at Monza. Looks like we should have, according to the Shakedown Discord, at least 18 people turning up. We've got a good majority of them in the server at the moment. We still have about 20 minutes of free practice before we jump into qualifying. And then tonight it is basically, if I bring up those pesky race schedules that no one ever reads.
I mean, the drivers should read them.
Yeah, but you know. Oh, here we go. So we have a single 90-minute race tonight with no pit window, but a single compulsory pit stop for tyres.
That'll be interesting. Yep. See how long people can go on tyres then.
Well, I suppose it depends on the car. I think the Nissan is rather strong around here, and we see 2 of them in the server at the moment. And I mean, for me personally, I find that the Nissan doesn't really hurt its tyres as badly. But these 2 cars here that we're focusing on, the BMW of Dylan Lester, and just behind him the BMW of Adrian Rice. I'll get familiar with your name soon enough, guys, I promise. They're a bit of an unknown entity, aren't they?
Yeah, but looking in the first practice, I don't know if they're sandbagging or not, but Rice seems pretty quick so far.
We'll no one set a... Oh, you're actually in the timetables. That's actually a good idea. I should probably look at that, but
Yeah.
never mind. Let's see. Definitely a guy to look out for is this guy here, David Thornton. He was rapid last time out at Catalunya.
Yeah,
And
very.
I think he's going to be very rapid tonight. He has already done the Octane Online round here at Monza, so he has got a car that is pretty well balanced straight out the gates tonight. I expect him to be very, very much ahead tonight.
Yeah, he pretty much is ahead on anything he drives. I'm surprised he actually is in the V8s this season, but you know, he does what he does.
Well, I mean, I guess everyone has their time constraints, really.
Yeah.
You know, I struggle to do Octane and then and then do three broadcasting nights. Although we'll be doing another leg with GT Club's WEC. I'm very excited about that. I'm excited to get absolutely smashed off the track by the LMPs. But yeah, exciting stuff as Mobs goes a 50 and is immediately eclipsed by David Thornton with a 49.4. So Thornton laying down.
Surprise there.
Yeah, well, Thornton laying down the law nice and early.
They're probably still going 2 seconds slower as well.
Oh yeah. Although track conditions, green, 14 degrees air temperature, 14 degrees track temperature. I don't think we're going to see anything below the 49s in this particular session.
Definitely going to get a 48.5 now.
Probably. Have a look at Regan Herbert. He's one of the worn tyre tribe. I see that. God, they're everywhere, aren't they now? They're in Octane. They're in here. How many of you worn tyres are out there? Why are you so worn?
Too much driving, probably.
Too much Lambo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Too much horsepower.
Well, Herbert's going to be one that we should keep an eye on. I think he was one of the only drivers that was able to hold off David Thornton at Catalunya, if I'm not mistaken. And it looks like he is going to have a very tight battle with Mobs and Norris at this point. Cameron Norris, good to see him competitive tonight in the 666 McLaren. But let's see if we can't find him. He might be in pit lane. Oh no, there he is. Cameron Norris in the Shadow Realm McLaren. And while we're doing this, I'm going to give you guys at home a full screen of what we're watching at the moment. As, wow, John Slow now slides up into 4th place. Since you love Monza, I'm going to let you take us for a ride around this circuit and talk us through a lap here.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, great. What with Norris?
Yep. I've thrown you under the bus here, haven't I? All right,
I can't find Norris. That's the problem.
I really have thrown you under the bus this time.
Here we go. So turn 1, turn 2, just flick in, flick out. Turn 3, just flick. You know, just flick it in.
Just flick it everywhere.
Yeah, just flick it in everywhere. Pin it to the floor. Just don't care about your tyres, obviously. Because who cares about tyres, honestly? Braking zone, just smash the brake, lock the rears, and then get it turned in. Smash the curbs, unsettle your car massively into the gravel. But always the perfect line. Through here, my favourite corner. You go in, you're a bit too slow, so you put the under the accelerator, and then you exit a bit too fast onto the gravel, ruin your lap, you cry, brake at the 50, go in, hit the apex, you're fine, and then hit the gravel, sadness, and then pin it to the floor and just cry until you get to Ascari. So yeah, crying. Then you look at the 100, smash the brakes, into the corner, smash the curbs, upset your car, almost spin, and then smash the curbs again. Use all the runoff. No one's really going to care about that, and then you cry a bit more down this straight because you do realise it's Monza and there's a lot of crying involved. I mean, for you at least, because you don't like it. Smash the brakes again, almost spin. as shown and then floor it pretty much. Just floor it 80% of the time, that's about it.
You know, I should get you to do the track laps every single night. That was unbelievable. I'm quite impressed by that.
Fair enough. Right.
There's a lot of, I noticed there's a lot of crying on this track. I thought you liked this track.
I was doing it from your perspective.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Since you don't, for some reason, like this track,
it's just cursed. I can't get my head around it. Like, I mean, I did okay in Octane here, but that was because it rained, and I'm from Canberra, and I grew up in go-karts, so the rain is just basically what we live with in Canberra.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, oh, gee, where do we go from after that epic track guide?
I do get what you mean with, like, the track is cursed in a way. Like, the only thing I can get around here pretty consistently is a Formula 1 car in, like, Formula 1 games. Apart from that, like, with the GT3 cars, I've raced these a little bit around there, and I just can't get it consistent. I can get a good lap in every now and then, but just I spin the next lap, or on a good lap, I spin.
Yeah, I suppose that is fair, but oh god, it is just, yeah.
Some cars suit it, and some cars just, eh.
Well, cars that will be suiting this track will be the Lexus, because that has got unbelievable top end. Like the other week, Thornton and I think it was Scotty Blair in Octane. Even though I was in the Nissan GTR, those things were absolutely flying. In fact, let's try and find a Nissan. Oh, right on cue. Chris Bradley in the FET Motorsport Nissan. These cars should be quite competitive around here because these cars just love straight lines.
Yeah, they've got a lot of horsepower behind them as well, and good cornering ability as well.
I'm not sure that it's the horsepower. I think it's just they are a very slippery car.
They look like they have horsepower. That yeah.
Well, I mean, you know,
Big, mean. You know, you could probably fit a V8 in that. So
they actually did for GT1.
There you go.
Yeah, they
horsepower. Done. Yeah.
I think it was I am going to get myself destroyed in the comments for getting this wrong. Let me just double check that. Nissan Gtr Gt1 Spec. I'll just get everything right first. Let's see. So it was a V8 engine, 5.6 litres, upwards of 600 horsepower, 480 pound-foot torque. It was a normally aspirated engine as well. So
a little bit of power.
Yeah, didn't need the hair dryers.
Should have slapped a supercharger on it.
That probably would have made it better. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
a supercharged turbo.
The only that's been done. Audi has done that. They've done a supercharged and turbocharged engine.
Twin supercharged twin turbo.
No, not twin. Oh well, we could do that. We could try that. I mean, I think the compression ratio would have to be like, oh, I don't know, 1:1, but we could try it.
It's possible. That's all I can say in my head. In my head, it's possible.
I might have to get chat to fact check that one. Any engineers in chat that might be able to fact check us there?
No, I can fact check myself.
Fact check yourself. So you're a journalist. Good for you.
Sometimes, yes.
All right.
Like
when you feel like it, fair enough. Bentleys, they should be reasonably competitive around here. I was actually going to touch on just one weakness that Nissan has. It is very tough to get into the window with setup. Like, it's so fiddly. It's so yeah. But the Bentley in contrast, I think that is a fairly cruisy car to drive. It does have nice horsepower and pretty good handling.
I mean, it should. It's without all the GT stuff on it, it is a luxury car, so it should handle pretty well.
Possibly.
I mean, they're expensive, so
Yeah, it doesn't always mean better.
and they look okay.
They look awesome, actually. They sound awesome too.
BMW, on the other hand, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that new BMW, not a huge fan.
Oh, I had to swap. Jesus Christ, can't look at that. Oh,
As we see John running a little bit wide through Parabolica. That's going to be a bit of a running theme at Parabolica. That AstroTurf on the exit, on the outside of the Parabolica, that is actually super slippery and it just ruins your lap. It's very easy just to, loop it.
yeah, let's hope no one recreates Charles Leclerc's accident.
Which one?
The one at Parabolica.
He could have done worse.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
yeah,
was that him that hit the little sausage curb on the exit and absolutely launched himself?
No, that's where he No, that was Formula 3, I think. That one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, I think they got rid of that on the weekend that he had his accident there.
Ah, well, that was lucky then.
Yeah, what happened with him? He oversteered and then just fully into the wall.
Yeah, snap oversteer. Yeah, gotta love that. Standard Formula 1 things.
Yeah.
RJ Robertson is going pretty strong. He's within 3/10 almost of David Thornton. So maybe we will see Thornton getting pushed this evening. And behind him looks like that is Van Vleet.
Oh, the Merc's quite strong here.
I don't know. I think in Octane they actually gave a bit of a ballast penalty to the Mercs in their own BOP setup. So I would say that if Shakedown isn't running their own BOP, then yeah, the Mercs should be rather strong around here.
I thought they might have struggled because they're front engine, but obviously not.
Well, the Lexus is front engined, Merc's front engined, the Bentley is front engined, and yeah, they're all in that 49-second mark. So,
Alright.
I mean, then
How much
again,
I know about GT3.
well, then you got the Lambo and the McLaren that are mid-engined, and they're going really strong as well. Van Vleet only 6/10 off of Thornton at the moment. As Robertson crosses the line, he sets a 150.1, so maybe just doing some race runs at the moment. Important to get your consistency down right, I believe.
Yeah, this track is all about consistency, especially in the race.
Already focused on Robert Regan. Derek Mobbs still in pit lane, so is Danny Fraser and Paul Huddy. So Huddy looking to probably try and find something tonight. Adrian Ross, I'm expecting a little bit more from this guy tonight. He had a shocking round last time out at Catalunya. He got basically reamed pillar to post in turn 1, turn 2, and then decide, yep, that'll do me tonight. Obviously jump on board with him as he fires it out of the third corner. I have to say that was a good dash. I like that dash. Nice, big, and easy to read.
I would personally not have the my speed on there, but
Okay, that's interesting. Why is that?
I just don't think it's an important factor unless you're going to the pits, really.
That's fair.
Like,
That's fair.
it doesn't matter how fast you're going, just as long as you know you're going fast.
Well, you know, it's funny that you bring that up because there was one guy I knew in go-karts. He did not have a data logger at all, and he was running Rotaxes. And one person actually asked, he was quick too, very quick. And one person asked him, oh, well, how do you know what your lap times are? And he said, oh, simple. If there's someone in front of me, then I'm going too slow. And
I mean,
you're not wrong.
I mean, Yeah, you
Yeah,
have one thing. I guess that's one thing.
you got me there. You got me there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's, yeah, I can sort of understand where you're coming from, I guess.
Hmm.
But I think having that sort of dash layout is actually. Well, go on board and we'll have a look from it from Adrian's point of view, assuming he's in this camera. You know, it's really cool as well. This steering wheel you can buy from Fanatec. The exact
Guessing
steering wheel.
it's $700 though.
Possibly, but you can actually use it on your sim rig, and you can use the same steering wheel on this car. That is cool.
I'll be able to use it.
Well, you don't have Fanatec.
No, I have a G29.
Oh, Logitech.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but it's a piece of plastic basically.
Arguably, it's the most important piece of plastic you'll ever have in sim racing or real racing.
For now, yeah. Until I earn up enough money and get a direct drive, but for now it's alright.
Honestly, I'm very tempted to get the what is it? The CSL DD. I'm so tempted to get that. The reviews are coming out on that. People are absolutely loving it. I reckon it is not quite up to, you know, all the other direct drives, but it certainly changes the game.
Just looking at the steering wheel you said to buy, 2.3 grand.
Yep, that'll do it.
Good luck getting that.
I mean, I could get it. I won't, but I could.
Good luck getting it and being financially stable. Afterward.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
Yep.
We'll see what Adrian gets down to this lap. I don't think he had a particularly good run through the second chicane. He does get up into 6th though, so that's good for him. And he does get another lap, so we'll see if he goes again. I'm going to be really offensive to everyone and say that the only corner name that I know is Ascari and Parabolica. Yeah, Parabolica. I don't know the name of. They're at the top of the track map, aren't they? The two right-handers. Yeah, Desmo 1, Desmo 2.
Yeah, Lesmo.
Lesmo.
Yep.
Lesmo. Right. Cool. Desmo is something completely different, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're going for Degner, maybe.
They're the chicanes, aren't they? Degner 1, Degner 2?
No, that's the two right-handers, that's Suzuka.
No, that is completely different. I was right, but wrong at the same time. But
I'll look at the corner names.
Yeah, can you please do that?
Okay, so we know 3. Here we go. So first corner is Variante. Let's just call it corner 1. And then we go Curva Grande, which is the right-hander afterward. We can call the second chicane if we like, because I'm not Italian. I'm not attempting to read it. And then yeah, Lesmo, Ascari, Parabolica, pretty much.
Yeah, so not a very. I have to say, Ascari is the redeeming corner on this track for me.
Best
because
corner on
it
the
is
track.
it is so much fun. Even when you don't quite get it right, it's fun.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's have a look at the timetables so far. So David Thornton on top of the 48.6, looking to stamp that authority nice and hard, nice and early. As we get into qualifying now, we'll see who is heading out the gates first. Looks like it is Cameron Norris. And looks like it is going to be a night race as well. So
that would be good for my eyes, not looking at the BMW. Properly anyway.
Well, it depends. Maybe if it spins out at turn 1.
If we're looking at the rear of it, then it's okay. If we're looking at it head on, then I'm out.
Yep, that's fair. That is fair. The back of it's not too bad, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if I was up against the BMW, I would not pass it. I would just not attempt to pass it. I'd stay behind it for the rest of the race unless it spun out.
So, ladies and gentlemen at home, this is not the Bash BMW stream. promise.
We're just mocking its looks.
Yeah, we're being mean. Being mean. Bullying the ugly duckling of GT3.
Not bullying, we're just giving constructive criticism for the M5. If they make one.
I believe this one is the M4.
Yeah, so the next one, M5. We're giving him criticism for their next model.
That's a completely different model. It's not going in sequential.
Ah, is it not?
No, because the previous BMW GT3 was an M6.
Ah, oh, Jesus, alright.
Learn something. Alright, let's jump on board with Cameron and he will take us around this lap and set that first banker, assuming he doesn't exceed track limits. So track limits got to be careful of at Ascari, basically every single chicane, and the two right-handers. what are the names of those two right-handers? God.
Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2.
Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2. So late on the brakes, and he is not going to set a lap. So Regan Herbert will be the one who sets the first flying lap, so we'll ride on board with him instead. Sorry, Cam. Pressure was too much for Cam. I'm sure Cam has got the stream running somewhere in his room. Anyway, Regan will take...
Don't panic.
Anyway, we're on board with Regan Herbert now as he fires it up towards the second chicane. And he gets that pretty good. That's about as much curb as you really want to use in the second chicane. And now up to the first Lesmo. A little bit wide of the apex and a little bit of oversteer on exit. So I'm going to go with a prediction that this will be a mid-50 this lap. It's just, the tyres just aren't quite up to temperature. Easy to see why, 14 degrees.
Best corner on the track.
Yep. I don't think he quite got that right, but then again, he's in a Lamborghini. I don't think the Lambos really like curbs at all. But I think he got through Ascari quite nicely there. And now into the Parabolica. Oh, cars just... I don't think the car's 100% balanced for Regan. You can just see it wobbling around a little bit on entry.
Taking the outside curb too much.
And he will stop the clock a 1:49.6. I have a feeling he's going to need to do something a little bit more significant than that. Valet comes in behind him 3/10. Robertson and Slow, third and fourth respectively. 8:46 coming across the line. That is Dylan Lester. That is slow time for Dill, and Thornton straight to the top of 48.7, straight off the bat.
I'm not really surprised at that, honestly.
No, neither am I. So let's see if we can find our provisional pole sitter at the moment. Dave Thornton, he's currently stuck behind Huddy just in front of him. You know what? I'm gonna just get this little brag out of my system, but I did beat David Thornton last week at Octane. I'm quite chuffed. Yeah, I'm chuffed by that. I mean, he got taken out on the first lap, but I still beat him. It's legit. Yeah. It's legit.
Yeah, then I beat Thornton at a few races in V8s because he didn't turn up.
Yeah, that counts. That counts. We'll just say that counts. Yeah. So, but no, definitely Thornton in a world of his own at the moment. He is 8/10 clear of Regan Herbert. As keep an eye on Bradley, he goes into 10th. He's got a long way to go to catch up these guys. I think Thornton, he'll be getting a little bit disrupted by Huddy in front of him. And I think Huddy may just sidestep the Lexus, although the Lexus... Nope, Thornton's actually backing out of this lap, so Thornton deciding against completing that lap. He's going to try and get himself some space instead. Robertson up to third, decent lap, 49.8. shoves Van Vliet down into 4th. 41. Huddy improves into the top 10 again, up to 9th. Car 300 Mobs, see where he ends up. He does improve, but doesn't advance his position on the grid at all. Let's try and find car 8, Jared Matterford. Another guy that I'm racing against in Octane. Got the jump on me here at Monza, and here he is, jumping up into 6th place.
Rice seems to be on a good lap.
Who?
Rice, as he screws up his scurry, but you know, he was on a good lap.
This is interesting. He's running the old school Aston. I mean, this is a glorious sounding car itself, but very interesting that Fraser is running the Aston. What was that? The DBR9?
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a good looking car though.
Oh yeah. Gorgeous car, gorgeous sound.
Who wouldn't want to race it?
So we'll try and find Rice. Actually, here he is in the Nomad Racing BMW. He still hasn't set a time yet, so he's got to get a hurry on here with 2 minutes.
Back out of 1 lap, I did see.
He's got to get the hammer down now at the moment. He's I'd say he's been exceeding track limits here at the Lesmos. It's very easy to do. So that's about as much exit space as you really want to take there without getting a track limit warning. And then coming out of Ascari as well, you've got to be careful of track limits.
Yeah, isn't it 2 wheels on the curbs and that's as far as you can go?
More or less.
Would make sense.
Fairly wide there, and he's just got Waddle just in front of him. Okay, for those of you playing along at home, that is the wrong thing to do. If you are trying to get out of someone's way, you do not jump on the brakes. Just never do that. That is how you cause accidents. Anyway, Ross will cross the line. He goes P3. Very competitive, very tight between Herbert Rice and Robertson. And Rice will actually get another lap in. Oh, runs wide. That is going to end that lap, I think, for Rice. Let's check in with Thornton. We'll see how he's travelling. We'll jump on board with him, see if we can't get some sort of delta. No, we cannot. Never mind. So he rounds the parabolic up for... Might even get another lap in too.
Yeah, he's going to get another lap in easily.
Somebody stops the clock at 48.6, so he just stretches that advantage. And, oh wow, I missed this. John Slow up into 2nd. I wonder if eventually he'll change his name from John Slow to John Quick.
Not John Fast?
John Quick. He'll be happy with John Quick, I think.
John Speed?
John Speed. That works. Just got to be careful he doesn't end up like that other Speed in sim racing. Yeah. Yeah, we don't talk about him, and that is going to be track limit exceeded. Fairly certain, at least. Oh, that is going to be track limits for sure. See how Adrian Rice is looking. He's on his final lap. So Danny Fraser has completed his final lap. Wait and see what Rice can do. And he does not improve. And just a few more cars to cross the line. Jordan Waddle in the slingshot Nissan, and it's got damage on the front of that car, so he is going to be hurting at the moment, but he does get himself off the bottom of the timesheets. Marcus Van Villay, this guy, he should be a little bit higher up than where he is at the moment, I think. He's been quite strong in octane. Just, well, there we go. Right on cue. Puts it on the front row next to David Thornton. But, well, Thornton, he doesn't need to complete this lap. He's got pole position in the bag. But we'll see. No, in fact, he's going to do a very smart thing and practice your pit entry. I wonder how many guys have practiced pit entries tonight.
That seems like a stupid thing to do, I reckon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Now, interestingly, the BMW M4 fastest in Sector 3.
Well, that is pretty much 2 straights and corner.
In fact, the time's not that different in all the sectors. It's just that Thornton was able to just string consistently quick sectors on one lap, really, by the looks of things. Anyway, we should run through the starting grid for tonight's race. So David Thornton on pole position. Starting next to him will be Marcus Van Villay. John Slow off of row 2. Next to him will be Regan Herbert. Adrian Ross and Robertson will start off row 3. Norris Matterford off 4. Row 5 we have Mobs and Dildo Lester. He'll love that. Huddy, Fraser, Waddle, Bradley, and then I just saw Macbeth slide into the server ever so quietly. And Macbeth will start off the last row of the grid in the 555 Lexus. And interestingly, Dave Thornton still listed as an amateur.
Yeah, there's a bit of a problem there, I reckon.
Yep. Better fix that up.
30 seconds.
So, as we get set for the warm-up lap, unfortunately we won't have predictions tonight. It just takes a little bit too much out of the old internet connection, having 2 PCs running and trying to stream ACC. But who are we liking for this race? I mean, let's forget Thornton, because I think that's going to be the very obvious choice. But who else do we think?
Rice, Herbert, Slow, Van Villay.
Yeah.
They've all got a good chance at a podium.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And I mean, I suppose we shouldn't, you know, forget everyone else who is on the grid. If you got tyres on the grid, you've got a chance at winning. You've got a chance at making it onto the podium. So, I mean, anything can happen in sim racing. We've had dreaded disconnects, we've had hardware failures, we've had lap cars, we've had unfortunate crashes. Anything can and usually does happen in sim racing. And it looks like as if Bradley has not made the start. He's going to be starting from pit lane. Probably not a bad strategy, really, considering that's Monza turn 1.
Do you think it will be a clean turn 1? Depends.
Possibly.
You're not too sure in your answer, are you?
No, no, because I've been surprised in the past. A lot of guys, a lot of leagues are actually very, very tidy, and yeah, it'll be interesting to say the least. As we see, Thornton, he's backing these guys up. Just cycling through the brakes. Regan Herbert, will definitely be keeping an eye on him tonight. So, yeah, it's going to be a very close race for second, for sure. I just don't know if any of these guys can really stick it to David Thornton.
Yeah, I think Thornton will probably just take off for a few laps. Hopefully not literally, but...
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Like, hardware fails are a thing.
I'm just going back. Look like Herbert and Rice came together a little bit.
It's all good. They're all ghosted at the moment, so... I'll tell you what, that is freaky when you're playing this in VR and you just look to your side and there's a car like right next to you. Yeah, that scares the living daylights out of me. As they all start to bunch up, and Thornton really running a very slow pace up towards the start of this race. Got Van Vleet next to him, Slow and Herbert right behind him. Robertson and Norris, I think they'll be looking to capitalise as much as humanly possible going into turn 1 and 2. Anyway, we're getting set for a start. Everyone's in reasonably okay lines. Not perfect. We are set for a start anyway. As the lights go green, we are away and racing, and Thornton has been mugged a little bit off the start by Van Vleet, and Regan might try and slip it up the inside going into turn 1. We'll see how everything is in the background. Looks like everyone's just sort of thinking about going 3 wide. We're about to go 3 wide into turn 1. Looks like Thornton trying to muscle his way around the outside of Herbert, and Herbert has taken second place from Thornton. I think almost everyone made it through. Paul Huddy having a few dramas getting out of turn 2, but otherwise a nice clean start. It's what you love to see. And, well, we are sort of right. Looks like Van Vleet and Herbert, they've managed to mug Thornton. So my one thing is, it's one thing to catch, another thing to pass, especially around Monza.
Yeah, it is hard, especially if everyone's in each other's slipstream as well. I mean, for the leader, it'd be downside as Herbert and Van Vleet go side by side coming out or into Lesmu 2.
And Herbert comes out the other side in front of Van Vleet. This will help Thornton get back in touch with these guys. So I think the strength of the Lamborghinis will be their rotating speed and change of direction as well. Whereas that Lexus is just lightning fast in a straight line.
They're all keeping with each other so far. I thought it would be a bit more of a gap at the moment. But
well, we're riding on board with Marcus Van Vleet at the moment, looking back at David Thornton. And we'll just see the straight line capabilities of this Lexus. Although it has been mentioned in other leagues, the biggest weakness of the Lexus is its tyre wear. It does not use its tyres very cleverly. In fact, John Slow's starting to pressure Thornton as they head down the front straight once again.
yeah, he's got a good run. It's kind of stopped at the end. Going around the outside.
Can be a brave move, and it doesn't quite pay off. So we're about to find out how wide these Lambos are. Tell you what, the acceleration of the Lambos, they're not missing anything down low.
I mean, they are V10s, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
You would expect pretty good acceleration from that.
Well, Herbert's just starting to get a little bit of daylight between himself and the pursuing pack. I think Herbert just doing the right thing here, just getting himself into a rhythm and just trying to stretch these guys nice and early in the stint. if memory serves me correctly, the Lamborghini doesn't really use its tyres very well either.
Yeah, Van Vlet's just taken the inside curb into Ascari pretty hard. Just there, might give Thornton a chance down into Parabolica.
Adrian Rice has had a pretty reasonable start as well in the BMW. He's just on the back of Robertson and
Thornton's
Slow.
got around the outside of Van Vlet.
Not quite. But he will get good drive out of Parabolica. Now these three guys.
That slipstream's going to help him a lot down here, looks like.
And the Lexus already with so much straight line grunt.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to pull off a move, maybe.
Oh, it's going to be a brave move around the outside. Van Vlet runs very deep.
Looks like Herbert broke really early then.
No, I think Vlet was just a little bit too late on the brakes. He'll have to surrender that position to Thornton, and now David Thornton up to second. And he'll give chase to Herbert, and I think Herbert will be looking in the rear vision mirror going, oh God, no. His eyes will be looking between the rear vision mirror and the time left in the race, and he'll just be going, oh no. No, please no.
Yeah, that's why I tend not to look in my rear vision mirror.
I want to have a look at this second battle pack. We're focusing on Dylan Lester at the moment. He's leading the, shall we call it, the second peloton. And he's got the DBR 9 GT3 right behind him. Oh, he gets a little bit wide. That might give Waddle and Mobs a bit of a run on him down this back straight towards Ascari. We're not going to see much out the back of this Aston. That rear wing is just massive. Got a massive wang on there.
John Slow has been punted through Ascari and got past Robertson. Robertson's gone back at him into Parabolica, looks like.
Oh, this is looking pretty nasty at the moment. We've got oh, he's given Vallée a turn. Oh, Rice, he's somehow avoided that. I think Van Vallée is going to be rightly annoyed by that. He might be a little bit hacked off. What do you think?
Yeah, it was getting a bit pushy coming into Ascari before. Slow did get a good push through Ascari, and he had to actually cut the chicane pretty much through it just to keep on track.
Oh, we'll have a look at that replay and see exactly what happened. As soon as I find the right car. That's the car we want. So we'll go back to Ascari. Whoa, he did get a little serve there, didn't he? But he managed to keep it off Vallée. Although he tried to send it up the inside outside of Ascari. That is an unorthodox passing manoeuvre right there.
I mean, he didn't really have a choice after being pushed.
No. But then this, I think he's going to have a little bit to answer for. It looks like he... I think it's that he's sort of kept pushing him. Quick replay. We don't want to leave the track. But anyway, we'll leave that into the hands of the stewards. Please no Punterino. Yep. Oh, here we go now. Speaking of pressure, Thornton, he's going to be hunting around the outside of Parabolica. Herbert is not going to make this easy for him.
Slow's gone off.
Yeah, he's rejoined and he's just getting passed by, I would say there'll be Madiford, Lester and Fraser.
Yep.
Oh, someone has binned it. That's Van Vallée at Ascari. I wonder if he's got a heap of damage on this Lamborghini. In fact, I'm going to quickly go for a little fly around this car. I'm going to guess that he's going to have a lot of damage. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of damage on the back of the Lambo. You see that diffuser just flopping around a bit there. That is going to be hurting him to no end, and it is so early in the race. But I think he hasn't got a choice. He better come in, get that fixed up.
Wonder if Slow had to do anything with that, because he was off at Ascari as well.
Well, no, because Van Vallée was well behind Slow. If you remember, little bit earlier on the end of lap 2, Slow gave a little tickle, shall we say, to the Lambo. And I just wonder if there's a bit of damage on the Bentley. A little bit of damage. But, yeah, certainly not the best start for Slow. And so early in the race as well. It's a little bit disappointing. I guess that's something we didn't really touch on in the pre-race show. 90-minute race, you've got time to think about your move, you've got time to think about your strategy. There's no need to do anything silly. So we watched Derek Mobbs trying to chase down Jordan Waddle in the Slingshot Nissan. Good strength about the Nissan. Really eats up the curbs nicely, but just this occasion he hasn't quite got it done, and I think Mobbs is going to be able to get this move done on the way to Parabolica. Although the straight line speed of that Nissan is, oh, jeez, just starts to pull away. Goes for the switchback out of Parabolica. I think he'll get it this time, although he doesn't quite. He hasn't got an overlap, and we've got a big long straight here, and these Nissans love straights.
We've just had a pass for 3rd place. Rice has, Rice has taken Robertson while getting the fastest lap of the race so far.
So Adrian Rice, 1:49.512. Yeah, the fastest lap of the race. There you go. Oh, Robertson very, very close under brakes into the second chicane. See if he can go with the BMW. Rice has had a really good, first 10 minutes of this race, really. Been a nice, patient drive for him.
Yeah, he's been going smoothly so far.
Yep. He expertly avoided that all the shenanigans in the final corner on lap 2. That is the correct line through Ascari. You see, that BMW is almost as good on the curbs as what the GTR is.
It's like Thornton's going to make a move on Herbert. Oh, not quite.
He's on the wrong side of the track. This Lamborghini is proving to be super wide.
It's got good acceleration. Oh, he goes wide out of
very wide.
Parabolica.
Very wide.
That's going to hurt him.
Yep. Thornton gets much better drive down the front straight. He's just getting covered on the right-hand side of the track, and if you go onto the even further right, the problem is the track bottlenecks on the way to turn 1. As Thornton wisely decides to, little touch. It's all good.
That looked like a pretty big touch.
I think Thornton just wasn't expecting Herbert to carry the brakes so far and just park it on the apex. Thornton might have just been trying to set up a switchback coming out of the chicane on the way up to the second chicane. But this is all helping Adrian Rice, that's for sure. He's got that gap down to 3.6 seconds on these guys.
Got a bit of a battle for going up for 9th or 10th. Looks like.
Yeah, so 9th all the way down to 12th. These guys are in a very tight battle with each other. We've got Jordan Waddle leading these guys in the GTR. I'll tell you what, Danny Fraser is doing an outstanding job in the older Aston, up there in 7th place. Isn't that a glorious sound, folks? V12 Aston. And he's trying to chase down the new Aston. Well, it's on here. We got Waddle is under pressure from Mobbs, but that power of the GTR, even with the slipstream, although a big dive from Mobbs, has to pull out of it.
It's got it pulled up quite good.
Well, again, Nissan GTR so strong down the straights, and it's also really strong under brakes too. Very stable car. As he pulls to the inside, he's just got to be careful with his movements down the straight. I don't think the stewards will be too appreciative of Jordan weaving side to side down the straight. But, Waddle having a really good run tonight. He's looking a lot more comfortable in the GTR. And this battling is really helping Paul Huddy as Mobs runs very wide. Has to cut the second chicane. May have to readdress that and give the position to Paul Huddy. That'll be good news for Huddy. One free position for him. He's got John Slow right behind him too.
Yeah, that Nissan looks planted through the Lesmos there. Just pretty much on rails it looks like.
Slow's got to calm down here. He's getting the nose a little bit dirty tonight. So he's got to show a little bit of patience. Still got an hour 15 to go in this race as he dives up the inside of Huddy. Huddy, I think he'll be just happy to sidestep and let Slow go. As I say that, Huddy immediately on the offensive. Gets a good toe down the front straight. He's going to be on the wrong side of the track heading into turn one. And Slow's moved over on him there. So I think Paul might be raging a little bit there. Honestly, I don't blame him. I'd be a little bit annoyed by that too. But anyway, the race goes on.
Still an hour and 15 left.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And while the gap between Rice and Thornton is down to under 3 seconds for the first time this race. We have a spin that is Mobs and Slow coming together. Mobs was trying to get up the inside of Waddle, and well, it looks like two cars going for the same bit of real estate, and Mobs is the big loser out of all that. And he'll rejoin. He has dropped all the way down almost to last.
Well, Thornton looks like he's going to go at Herbert again, outside.
Pretty well been par of the course of this race. Herbert just running it down the middle of the track.
Well, looks like he's going to go for the better exit. Some quiet work.
There's just not enough straight here for the Lexus to really stretch its legs. And just see Thornton.
You can see it does come up toward the end, but you know, yeah, probably another 200 meters or so to actually get alongside or a good move and dive bomb them.
Well, Thornton's just doing all the right things here. You can see him just moving around in the mirror, just trying to put pressure on Herbert. Thornton, very experienced sim racer. He knows how to get into your head, that's for sure. As we see John Slow come in for a pit stop. Through Ascari one more time. Herbert, he's got that Lamborghini handling pretty well through there. Thornton not able to get close this time round. going into Parabolica. Not a decent.
Grass.
Oh, big slide there for Thornton. Maybe Thornton just starting to show a few signs of impatience, as he's probably getting a little bit sick of staring at the back end of that Lamborghini. I'll tell you what, there's a good battle just behind with Norris and Robertson for 4th place. And, Rice is just getting really, really close to this battle now in the BMW. Start getting closer to probably the end of the first 30 minutes of this race. It's certainly been an exciting race. Feels starting to spread out now.
Yeah, I'm surprised how much actually has gone on in the first 20 minutes. Thought it'd be, you know, good racing, a bit calmer, but
It's certainly been a little bit wild, that's for sure. Sparks flying from the Lexus ahead as it crashes over the curb.
yeah, it looks like he's trying to take the first part of Ascari too much. Looks like he's going over the sausage curbs.
Well, you can make that line work, and it is that's actually the line I try to take, because it opens up the rest of Ascari for you, and you can start focusing on getting the drive down at the best speed you possibly can in that final left-hander onto that straight.
I normally try and avoid the curve at the first part of Ascari normally. I find that works for me, as Thornton gets in front.
Not able to do anything at the moment. Herbert just doing everything right at the moment, and Thornton just can't get the drive in the Lexus to get close enough underneath that Lambo's rear wing.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to take a later apex out of the corner, but just the Lambo just has so much better acceleration, it looks like.
And this is all helping Rice. He's getting closer and closer. That BMW is looming. Could
Yeah,
almost
would not like to see those lights in his mirrors at all.
Well, at least it's only the lights. You don't have to see the rest of the car.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. There we go. Got another joke in there about the BMW.
Yeah, at least it's the lights. Yeah, seeing those lights will make him more impatient, make him just try and go for it a bit harder, I reckon.
And the problem for Thornton is it's still probably a little bit too early for him to come in and get the pit stop done. Oh, Herbert, he's had a really bad run through Ascari, and this time I think Thornton will have this move done and dusted. Indeed he does. Slides into first place ahead of Regan Herbert. Herbert a little bit powerless at this point to stop him, although Thornton runs very, very deep. We'll see Regan, he tries to hold a tighter line coming out of Parabolica. He's side by side again. He may even take the race lead back. We'll just see if the straight line pace of that Lexus can beat the Lambo. Oh, Regan runs up to the side of Thornton. This has been a great exchange between these two. Rice sitting in the background, he's rubbing his hands together, and I don't believe it. Regan Herbert has managed to hold on to the lead. Oh, could you imagine the frustration that Thornton is feeling right now?
Not really, no. That was textbook racing by both of them.
Yeah, just that superior rotation from the Lambo that really saved Herbert. He was able to just tuck it in tighter, shorten that distance between Parabolica and the start-finish line, and, well, what do you know? Yeah, he's straight back out there. Right, once more through Ascari. Thornton will know that this is where Herbert is making mistakes. You can see again, Herbert makes a big mistake.
And again.
Bit of wheel spin out of Ascari. That gives Thornton a chance. He's going to go the long way around Parabolica. He's going to try it, I tell you what.
He's going to open up Rice, I reckon.
This may even bring in Robertson and Norris into this battle too. Never know. As we see Thornton now, he gets right onto the other side of the white line. He's got to be careful here because the track bottlenecks. I don't know that he knows that the track bottlenecks here, but Herbert has given him space anyway. Who's going to be last of the late breakers? I think it is going to be the Lexus. Though no, he runs wide.
He's going to lose to Rice as well.
I think so. And now they're side by side again, and Rice gets up into second place. Great patient driving from Rice.
Thornton will be fuming.
I don't know that he'll be fuming. He'll definitely be showing some signs of frustration. But now he's just got to remember. Still got 65 minutes left in this race. He has got time and he has got the pace. He's just got to remember to look after those tyres. The Lexus's weak point are the tyre life as he gets a little bit too ragged on the exit of Lesmo 1. I think he's just got to take a few seconds here just to take a few deep breaths and just calm down. And while I'm at it, here's a bit of a shout out to these three. Huddy, Waddle, and not Fraser. That is Van Vliet, who is 14th. He's trying to unlap himself from these guys. Danny Fraser has dropped down to 10th. I don't know what happened to him. Whether he's he hasn't made a pit stop. I'd say he's just binned it somewhere. But, well, we've got a decent battle here. But Jordan Waddle, he would do well just to sidestep Van Vliet and let him get on with it. Doesn't need to be defending and getting involved in a silly battle right now with Van Vliet. And I just saw that on the minimap too. So now this battle for the lead, it has gotten super tight.
Nothing in it. Yeah, Robinson and Norris, I think I've made about second on these three in the last lap. Or half around that mark.
Rice not quite getting that second chicane right. Just see he ran in a little bit too hard into the first half of it, and that compromised his exit out of the first chicane. Oh, Rice, he's just binned it going through Ascari. All that hard work has been undone. So Adrian Rice drops down to third place. He's actually going to fall into the clutches of RJ Robertson in the AMG. I'll see what happened there. We'll have a quick action replay. Car 71, there he is. So we'll find out what happened to him. Tips it into Ascari, or oversteer, and then snaps it back the other way. Ah, that's unfortunate for him. And now he's got to make up all that time once again.
He kept it under control, at least. If he had spun, that would have been a lot worse, obviously, but...
Well, devastating, really.
Yeah.
Bradley is into pit lane as well. So we'll try and find another close-ish battle for you somewhere along the way. We'll check in with this battle because it's not resolved. Well, that's Marcus van Vleet. He's still a lap down. Waddle would do very well just to hang on to the back of the Lambo and just get towed around a little bit, and maybe learn some lines as well. The field just starting to spread out a little bit. We haven't got too many close battles, although Robertson's still hanging on to the back of Rice right now. It's the camera I wanted. I'll throw it out to you guys in chat. Who do you want us to maybe check in on? Got a driver that you want us to just have a quick focus on for a little while? Share that in chat. And yeah, we'll jump over to him and we'll have a watch of him. So we're starting to get into that window where you probably could make a pit stop and, well, maybe get home on tyres. We'll definitely get home on fuel.
Yeah, I'd probably stick around 10, 15 more minutes before I'd pit, really. Get half distance.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you're stuck in traffic, if you're getting frustrated behind someone, it may be an idea just to jump into pit lane, get a bit of an overlap, well, undercut, sorry, and maybe try your best to look after the tyres.
That is another way you could do it.
Yeah.
But that is not the way I would do it.
Fair enough. Could be a reason why I do suck at Monza. I keep on picking the wrong strategy.
Yeah, that could be a reason, yes.
Yeah, yeah. No, we'll run with that. We'll run with that.
Yeah.
All right, now where have we seen this before? David Thornton closing in on the back of Regan Herbert for the lead of the race, down the front straight.
Can't remember.
Maybe we saw this like a couple of minutes ago. What do you think?
Maybe. I think I thought this happened.
Yeah, it seems familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, deja vu.
Yeah, glitch in the matrix.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of strategy, Rice has decided to bail out of this, and he's in pit lane. I think he's going to come out in the middle of traffic. This is going to be a really bad pit stop for him. There's that nice clump of cars coming through Parabolica, and yeah. Then again, tell you what, he is stationary for a long time. There we go. Now the number 71 BMW trundles out of pit lane. He's got some nice clear track ahead of him. Nice fresh tyres. We'll see what he can do as the race goes on. So keep an eye on his progress.
Oh, looks like Thornton's maybe going to try down into Parabolica again. Not quite there. Is it going to happen again down the front straight?
Well, they're coming up on lap traffic in Chris Bradley just ahead in the Nissan. It's actually helping Herbert a little bit because he got the slipstream of the GTR. But, well,
yeah, it looks like the Lamborghini is stronger in the slipstream than any other car at the moment.
Well, that would make sense, especially when you're behind the brick that is the Nissan and you've got this nice, low-slung, sleek Lamborghini.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Yeah, you got me there, yeah. Yeah. But, well, right now, there's a pretty big problem right behind this little Lamborghini, and that is that big, thick Lexus trying everything possible to get around him. And this has been going on for, better part of 35 minutes.
Yeah, about right, yeah.
So,
Almost on the grass.
So, quick recap for everyone who's just joined. Dave Thornton put it on pole position next to Marcus Van Vliet. And then at the start of the race, we have someone who has binned it. That is Robertson, who has teleported straight back to pit lane. Interesting. But anyway, Van Vliet and Herbert both managed to get the drop on Thornton. And, well, Thornton has had to try and fight his way back to the top of the timing tower, but to no avail. We've had some very close battles between them, but still, with 35 minutes down, Regan Herbert, he is driving the masterclass of defensive racing at the moment.
Thornton around the outside into turn 1 again.
He's
definitely not going to work.
Oh, little touch there. Thornton thinks about keeping the nose in the second part of the chicane. Pulls out of it though, even though Herbert did give him some space there. I thought that was a bit charitable from him.
I thought they touched a little bit.
They did touch going in. G-Streams 290 is this a league? How do I join? I can provide you a link to their Discord, and then you can go from there. So, apparently I cannot invite you into the server. So, well, you can find Shakedown Sim Racing on Facebook. They have a closed group, but you can apply to become part of the Facebook group. They actually have quite a decent community of motorsport fanatics out there. Big fans of GT, big fans of S5000, big fans of TCR. They've got a great community that share everything about motorsport. They just love it. It's a brilliant community to be a part of. So just have a search on Facebook for Shakedown. Join the group and then get involved in this.
Thornton gets a pretty poor exit out of Parabolica there. That won't matter because he's in a slipstream and he's in a Lexus, which is quite quick.
Oh yeah. Tell you right now, at Paul Ricard, even though the GTR is one of the quickest things in a straight line, I was maxing out about 283. When I was tucked up behind a Lexus, I was doing 287, and they were still pulling away from me. Nipley, would you like to send a Discord invite to G-Streams for me, please? Pretty please? Because I can't seem to do it myself. Anyway, this battle is starting to get a little bit ragged here. We're seeing Regan, maybe the crack's starting to show. He has been holding off David Thornton for the majority of this race. Oh, Nipley, don't have permissions. Oh, Herbert runs wide. This might give a chance to Thornton heading into Ascari. Such a long race. Yeah, that's right, Ruka. Now we see Thornton. He's trying something a little bit unorthodox. He was almost off into the gravel. Oh, no way. I thought he was going to try and pass on the grass going into Parabolica.
Oh.
Around the outside.
Oh, it's... Nah, the Lamborghini's just too quick off the corner, looks like. But got a good run.
I don't know who's getting more desperate. I think Thornton's showing the most desperation here. He's really moving around a lot more on Regan Herbert. Herbert is just hitting his marks. Here we go, big chance here for Thornton, but we'll see if the acceleration of the Lambo can save Herbert, although Thornton, he has now got an overlap heading into Curva Grande. Oh, a bit touch there. I think Herbert, despite all of this, he is going to survive again. No, Thornton's going to try around the outside into the second chicane. No, he can't get it done. Oh, unbelievable racing.
This is getting spicy. Oh, that would have been horrible if Herbert had been spun there or into the gravel. That would have been disastrous.
We've got to keep an eye on that gap between Thornton and Norris. Norris having a bit of a lonely race back there, currently in third place. Love to give him a bit of airtime, but we've got such a brilliant race on our hands right here. Right on board again with David Thornton.
Oh, he's also a bit coming out of Ascari there. Ricker says he loves the chirping bird in the background.
Yeah, that's right. The third commentator, or fourth commentator, if Naptic joins up, he is in the room with me. And he's just as excited as I am.
He's a Go Race Promo's mascot.
He's at least green, so it works. It works. Now Thornton is just changing up his tact a little bit. He's been trying around the outside. He's just kept tucked in behind the rear wing of the Lamborghini in front of him. Stop go 30 seconds for Mobs. That would be for speeding in pit lane, I reckon.
Well, Norris is in the pits.
Probably not a bad idea from Norris, and we're seeing everyone diving into pit lane now. Huddy, Waddle all into pit lane.
Razor's stayed out. Norris is coming out in fourth. Looks like it's a good stop from him.
Very good stop from him. He may lose a position to Rice, who's flying down the front straight, but the undercut has not worked for Rice. And oh, Norris runs a little bit too deep this time. Anyway, let's check back with this battle. We got Herbert again. He's still holding off Thornton. I cannot believe the drive that Herbert has had so far. This is certainly driver of the race material right here. Here comes Thornton around the outside again. Herbert just planting that Lamborghini right in the middle of the track. Now here we go. Thornton going around the outside. He's going to try the switchback again, is he? He can't get it done. The acceleration of this Lamborghini is something else.
Oh, he's got a good run coming into the second chicane.
He switches. No. Thinks better of it. It's hard to make a pass stick on the braking zone to these chicanes.
Could always cut the chicane.
Yeah, that usually ends up with a little trundle through pit lane, though.
No, just don't serve it.
That usually ends up with a 2-minute time penalty.
Just don't serve it.
I like your strategies. Are these the strategies you're employing in the V8 Supercar series?
You're gonna have to watch to find out.
Ah, I see. Nice. Speaking of which, next round, that is this Sunday coming up. Where are you
next
guys
Sunday, isn't
racing? Where, sorry?
We do it every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, is it? I don't know. Hang on a second. No, that's the wrong Discord.
27th.
Yeah, 27th of the 2nd. That is Sydney Motorsport Park. So, yeah. And here we go. Thornton into pit lane. This is going to be interesting. Going for the undercut. He's got to have the first lap of his life if he's going to get in front of this guy who has just been an absolute beast in defence.
You think Herbert will pit next lap then?
He'll have to. He'll have to do it to respond. So Thornton will come out, fresh tyres. He'll be on blistering fast pace. As Fraser joins the race again, he will drop down behind the two Nissans who are not racing each other. Ooh, one of the Nissans getting a little hurry up from Fraser. Again, I don't know what it is about these two Nissans. They just end up nose to tail all the time.
Reached halfway now.
Here comes Fraser. Oh, he's absolutely nailed him. Oh, got him.
Thornton has just come out the pits, just behind, well, not just behind, but behind Leicester and Madison.
What a hit. So, well, Thornton is, he's a way behind Leicester and Madaford.
See if Herbert dives into the pits here. Look, yeah, he's gone to the pits as well.
He has to.
Yep.
He had to respond to that pit lane, that pit stop from Thornton. Any longer out there, he would just been bleeding time. Come in now, while Thornton's still getting these tyres up to pressure, which will take a little bit longer considering that the track and air temperature is still 14 degrees.
So that puts Madison in the lead at the moment with Leicester in second.
Yep, so Jared Madaford, Bill Gates Racing Aston. He's currently racing Dylan Lester, who's just behind him, for seconds down the road. But
Herbert has just left his pit box, and he's out of pit lane. How close is it going to be?
This is for the effective race lead, and it has not played out the way Thornton hoped it would. Be pretty annoyed by that, I think.
He's not too far behind, there's still 40 minutes left.
And he will be on nice warm tyres as well. So Herbert's got to have a perfect outlap as well.
Got Rice on the back of Norris at the moment, or other way around.
Yep, so Norris and Rice. Rice trying to, he's tucked into the slipstream nicely. Rice, he pitted about an hour to go, so his tyres will be starting to feel probably not so fresh as what they have done.
Yeah, he would have no tyres by the end of the race unless he pits again, which I reckon he might have to.
Well, two-stop strategy would be brave. It wouldn't work out very well for him. But you never know, weirder things have happened. Jared Matterford, he keeps going. Tell you what, the Aston is a very, very smooth car to drive. Nice and easy. Honestly, just set your seat into recline and that's how you drive it.
Pretty much, yeah. I reckon that's how you drive most Astons, really.
You have to wear the leather gloves though, as well, and the little hat.
Top hat, monocle, full suit.
Yeah, yeah.
You probably have to have a cane standing up right next to you, just in case you have to get up. Well, it looks like Slow's going to go on a move at Huddy into the Scurry chicane.
Oh, there he
Looks
is.
like he's got it done pretty well. Yeah, that was a pretty clean move by Slow.
Slow's had a bit of a nightmare race tonight. He's been involved in just about every single incident that could have happened.
Ah.
Got a somewhat decent decent battle brewing here. We've got Danny Fraser in the older Aston. He's closing in on the back of Jordan Waddle right now. And Huddy is still hanging on to the back of Slow as they're going through the second chicane right now. Thornton still not really super close to the back of Herbert at the moment. It's getting closer though. So if we quickly jump back to these guys. So last lap 49.6, 49.075. So Thornton's still with the better pace of these two. We're starting to run out of time.
I mean, there's still 40 minutes left.
Oh yeah. So Dylan Lester is into pit lane now in the second of the BMWs. Check on our leader, Jared Matterford. You'd think he's got to come in right now. I don't think you start leaving the pit stop too late here. You've lost any advantage you'll have on fresh tyres.
Yeah, I would have pitted by now. I try to go late as I can, but you know, within the limit of the tyre. I reckon this is pretty much just beyond the limit for tyres, I reckon.
He must be paying attention to our stream because he has dived into pit lane. Could even be a response to Dylan Lester making his pit stop. Maybe Matterford just thinking that Lester is the guy he is racing. And he will surrender the lead of this race. Oh, Marcus van Vliet, the nightmare continues. He has looped it at the Parabolica. And he rejoins. He's still in 11th, but I think Marcus will be very, very keen to get out of this server and start focusing on, I believe he is also part of Octane, so he'll be focusing on Brands Hatch.
I did say just before the race started, I hope another Charles Leclerc doesn't happen, and Van Vliet seems to have not taken my advice.
Pub race. I don't know what to make of that comment there. Interesting, but anyway. You don't reckon he'll go the distance? Like what, physically or tyre-wise?
I mean, mean, everyone's pitted, so...
Yeah, true. So Adrian Rice now, he's pretty well having a lonely race back there in 3rd place. Yeah. It's really these two guys that we are focusing the most on. Although I have to say, Leicester and Matterford are starting to get really close. The pit stop, for some reason, for Matterford has not gone as smoothly as the pit stop for Leicester, because Leicester was more than 4 seconds behind Matterford, and now Leicester onto the back of him right now.
Got Fraser and Waddle coming into turn 1 as well. They're pretty close.
Oh yeah, they are indeed. So I'll tell you what, it's been a pretty good race for Jared Matterford. I don't think he qualified in the top 10, or he qualified down at the bottom of the top 10 at least. He was down there with Dill Leicester, and Leicester, he's had a good run as well. He's up there in 6th, now battling for a top 5 position. Oh, okay. Okay, so Pub Race giving me some context to his comment. He broke his ankles. This is Dylan Lester, the man we're focusing on right now. He broke his ankles jumping off a train platform a few months ago after a night on the grog. This is the comeback race. Oh God, kids, this is why you don't go out drinking and then do dumb stuff.
And that's why I don't ever want to drink.
It's overrated, guys. It's definitely overrated.
We've got Fraser and Waddle. Looks like Waddle's just come out of the scurry pretty horribly. Fraser's just gone through.
Oh, both ankles as well. So, yeesh.
4-foot high platform.
Oh. Oh, man. He's now a member of the Crips. Oh, Bradley. Now, oh, I was about to say, and in fact, I will still say that, Chris Bradley, well done. That was really well handled. You did everything right there. That's exactly what you do if you are being lapped and you just want to let the faster guys through. Keep it pinned down the straight and just coast at the end, go wide, get off line, let the leaders through. That is perfect. Anyone sitting at home getting into sim racing and you're feeling like you're going to get lapped, that's perfect. Well done, Chris. So it hasn't really helped Thornton because I'm sure Thornton would have been hoping that Bradley would have just held up Herbert just a little bit. Hasn't really gone to plan though.
Looks like Bradley's not having a good time. He's gone off twice this lap.
It's very easy once you...
And again.
He's gone off again. He's getting out of the way of Adrian Rice in the BMW. So maybe just slowing down a little bit has just cooled down the tyres a little bit too much. And once you lose pressure and temperature in the tyres, it can hurt your confidence when you have those moments. So the thing is, just drive it a little bit harder, get the tyres back up to temperature. Best thing you can do. As Van Vliet starts to make his way past. And also Cameron Norris. So Norris continues his very lonely run in 4th place. The battle between... oh, big slide! That was well held.
Tokyo Drift.
Yep, Tokyo Drift. I was just about to say that. I wonder if you know. Something Tokyo. I don't know that song. I know how it goes, but I don't know the lyrics.
You know how it goes, you just don't know how it goes.
Pretty well. Yeah. I was saying that the battle for first was just calming down a little bit. Well, Thornton, he has closed the gap up again. He's in the 48s. Herbert, 49.2. His best lap, a 48.9. Oh, thank you, Bullet. How are they doing in Tokyo? There you go. Is that like your favourite song, Bullet?
Probably.
It's what he listens to when he's in the minis.
He must have it on like the only song in his playlist probably.
When it's wet out, yep. Mate, you don't need it to be wet to drift a Ford Fiesta. You just need a couple of Macca's trays. I don't know if he's got a Ford Fiesta, but that's just the funniest car I can think of.
Yeah, 500.
Yeah, 500. No. Oh, contact between Herbert and Thornton. Thornton, I don't know what he was trying there. I'd like to think that he was just trying to set up a bit of a switchback going through Parabolica, but it hasn't really worked out for him. They've just turned in a little bit too early.
How many times have these two come together this race? 3 or 4 times?
Oh, mate, if I was having a drink every time these two came together, well, I mean, I'd be drunk after the first one. Let's be honest. Goddamn Cadbury.
My dad would just be starting. Oh, Bullet has a Falcon. There you go.
EL Falcon. Classic Falcador. So, Thornton will just have to reset here. He did a good job hanging on to it after the contact.
Yeah, it looked like the car was upset coming out of the Parabolica there.
Yeah, well, he got put offline, and you can see that there's a lot of garbage on the outside of the track. So he had to just reset, let the tyres come back to him.
He's going to have to make up that margin again.
Yep, that'll be the most frustrating part for him.
He'd done it once after the pit stop. Can do it again, obviously.
Oh. I mean, just here, Regan, he's a little bit haptic on the old throttle going through Parabolica. Just, I think he would do well just to smoothen things out. So that has allowed Thornton to close the gap up once more, heading into the first chicane.
Oh, this will be
Thornton
interesting.
Runs it in very deep. And everything that Thornton made up going through Parabolica is now undone. See, that's what I mean. I hate this track because of that reason.
You can lose a lot in a short amount of time.
Oh, yeah. The great foot giveth, the great foot taketh away. Now coming up onto the back of Danny Fraser in the old school Aston.
Best Aston.
The best Aston. God, that sounds glorious, doesn't it? 2 V12s at top revs at Monza. Oh, Thornton's not going to be happy with this. Fraser, oh, there was a touch. There was a little touch there. You reckon the community voice chat will be a little bit on fire at the moment?
Only for Thornton so far that I can imagine. Well, at this very moment, but...
Yeah. Getting down to 25 minutes left in this race. It has been an absolutely brilliant show of driving from Thornton and Herbert. Bit of a shame we can't get Adrian Rice closer into the battle. He's just drifting 7 seconds off the pace. We just see another 2 people have DNF'd. There's our running order at the moment. Oh, we don't have our DNF showing, but we have 3 people out of the race, so with just under 30 minutes to go, it's a bit of a shame. You certainly do better. You earn more points by finishing than leaving the server. That's for sure.
Funny that.
Yeah, well, and you never know what's going to happen either. Always stay in the server. Never rage quit. I should make that into an emote. Oh, Thornton and Herbert, they both get it a little bit out of control out of the second Lesmo. Speaking out of control, Jordan Waddle, I just saw that. Jeez. Did well to hang on to the Nissan. Track temperature's starting to come up now. We've got 15 degrees air temperature and 15 degrees track temperature. So
Massive difference. How many seconds do you think they'll contribute to the time?
well, we'll see what they're doing when they cross the line right now. So 49.1 for Regan Herbert, 48.5. That is a new fastest lap for David Thornton and fastest lap of the race. So I would say it's helping the Lexus at least. Herbert
1 degree changes everything then. Interesting.
Well, I don't know that it has. It really depends on how Thornton has everything set up, like tyre pressures and the brake ducting. Oh. No, Herbert in too deep. We just saw him grab the grass on the entry to the second chicane. This is going to bring Thornton right back onto him again. God, he's going to be sick of this side right here. He'll be over it. He's just pushing a little bit too hard. He's just got to watch those track limit warnings. You only get 3. And then it's a drive-through penalty.
He's going to have to get a scurry absolutely right to get a chance into the Parabolica, but as we've seen before, it doesn't really... You can't get the move done in Parabolica because you can just get straight back in turn 1.
I can't get it done at Parabolica because Herbert doing a fantastic job just parking the car on the inside. There's just no way through for Thornton. I reckon the mental fatigue will be taking its toll on Herbert. We see a little mistake from Herbert. This is it. Thornton is as close as he has ever been this entire race. And the straight line speed of this Lexus, it is going to help him. So David Thornton now, he sweeps in front of the Lamborghini, goes straight for the inside. So David Thornton takes the lead of the race. Finally, he's done it. But Herbert, he is not lying down. He wants to take it back around the outside, going to the first chicane. No way, he can't do that. He's done it. No. How? How?
This is amazing. How?
Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable from Regan Herbert. This is the most determined bit of driving I have ever seen.
I know we've got 20 minutes left, but I'm just going to straight up give driver the race to Herbert.
Yep, there's not going to be any arguments there. This has been a masterclass of defensive racing. It's just been a masterclass of dogfighting between these two. They've had a few little coming togethers, but they've still managed to keep facing the right direction. No one's had huge damage on the cars. This is what sim racing is all about. Here we go, Thornton. I think Thornton, he is practicing for a Ascari.
That might be a bit of a challenge because again, the Lamborghini, good acceleration. If he gets into Parabolica, well, yeah, Parabolica really well, he can just accelerate and, again, turn 1.
Here comes Thornton. He gives a bit of a squeeze to Herbert.
Ooh,
Now Thornton runs
Herbert's
out wide.
sideways.
He'll have the momentum coming out of the Parabolica.
It's a bit closer this time.
He's got the momentum this time. He may even sweep. He'll sweep out to the left here. There's no room on the inside. Here he goes. No, he's going to park it right behind him.
You looked at the inside for a sec.
Just doing everything he
gives
can.
him a
Get a
bump.
little bump there. No harm, no foul. They keep going.
Yeah, I think he was going to try and use the tarmac on the inside just to nudge in, but the grass just turned up too quick.
No, there's just no way. No way through. This. Someone get the tape measure out and measure the back. And
Blaze just got a drive through.
Yep, as if your night could get any worse.
Yeah, he's having a shocker.
Yep. I think he's going to be happy to see the back of Monza. He might even join me in the hatred of Monza.
I'll just be on my own at the mediocre box.
Yep. Thankfully, I have not put my home address anywhere on the internet, so yeah, no one can come and hunt me down.
I'm pretty sure someone will be able to.
No,
somehow.
no. I'm safe from the Italian mob. I
Oh,
think.
just the Italians.
Just the Italians. Okay, look. I just want to point this out to Italians. Okay. You got Monza. That's fine.
But you got Imola.
You've got Imola. You've got Misano. You've got Vallelunga. You've got all these amazing tracks. Why Monza?
It's probably because it's the only track closest to a main city. That's probably why.
Possibly, and I suppose it is because of just the massive history of Monza. But I mean, there are just tracks that are just better layouts than Monza. But anyway.
I reckon if they demolish the pit lane and rebuild it onto the other side, and you rebuild the oval bit and incorporated it, it would be a lot better.
That I don't know.
It would be better.
just it would be
Imagine
better.
first lap, everyone on the oval, and then as soon as they come into the chicane, they're a bit more spread out, and they're going quicker into turn 1, so they have to brake a lot harder.
Could you imagine a public lobby?
I mean in real life, not in a game.
Yeah, but I mean, imagine open lobbies with that sort of track. Oh, you're joking. You know how I said, as if the night could get any worse for Marcus van Villay? He's just picked up a stop-go 30-second penalty. That would be for speeding in pit lane. So he's gotten a drive-through for track limits. Then he gets another drive-through while serving the drive-through for speeding in pit lane. The only way this could possibly get worse...
If he gets another penalty.
Yeah, if he gets another penalty. I think we will actually see a rage quit then from Marcus van Villay. All right, here we go. Battle for the lead again. This is round 20. I don't know, perhaps. Oh, he gives him a little nudge that time. Big nudge that time. The impatience is showing.
Yeah, Herbert didn't like that very much. Lights flashing.
That might have been Thornton. Oh, here we go. Thornton switches back. He's going to slam a dummy. It burns him. Oh, no. Oh, disaster.
He's performed a full 360, so he's still in it.
Oh, he's not in it. He has got massive amounts of damage on this Lamborghini. It has been an unbelievable drive, but just I think maybe a little bit of desperation on Dave's behalf. It was worth the shot. I have to say, it was worth a shot, but there is a lot of damage on the front of this Lamborghini. I'm not sure if you can tell. And Herbert is not happy. I cannot blame him. It was hard racing. But,
I reckon Thornton's going to have to serve a drive-through or something. Or redress.
For sure a redress, at least. But, I mean, I think the damage is done. Regan Herbert, he will have so many problems with turning on that car. Maybe even damage on the rear of the car. This is really going to be helping Adrian Rice sitting back here in third. He's actually closed up. He's got down to within 5 seconds of our leading pair. Although Herbert, yeah, he is struggling. He's dropped 2 seconds behind Dave Thornton.
Probably a good time to come in, wouldn't it?
Oh, hello. It's Naptic.
Hey.
You've joined in with 15 minutes left to go.
Yeah, so jumping race to race. Gone from Group 2s on another race down to GT3s.
Very good. Busy night. Productive night.
Yeah, busy night. Busy night.
Yep.
And the life.
That's why you earn the big bucks, right?
Yeah, that's why
Right.
the odd t-shirt turn up in the mail.
I don't even get that. You're overpaid. Come on.
Yeah, I'm very lucky.
It's okay. I'll get on to Cameron. I'll get one of those Shakedown shirts sent to me.
That's right.
Well,
What has been the story of the night?
oh, well,
You just missed it.
yeah, pretty well. It has been a neck-and-neck battle between Regan Herbert and Dave Thornton. God, it has been back and forth between them both, and unfortunately it's all accumulated with a bit of a punterino at the second chicane. Thornton...
I did catch that just as I came in, so yeah, I saw the whack.
Well,
Yeah.
Thornton's sideways into Parabolica there. It's still sideways. Can't get the power down smooth.
His pace has really dropped off as well. I wonder if he is carrying a bit of damage as well. Like, it was a hefty hit. I think it's done enough to do damage to the back end of Regan Herbert's car. I mean, just see a few scuffs on the wheel arches of the Lexus. I mean, Herbert and Thornton, they've been bumping each other all night long.
It's only a Tuesday.
Only a Tuesday. I'm just trying to keep an eye out for any other battles around.
Looks like Fraser and Waddle at it again.
Yes,
Fraser.
indeedy.
I think Fraser just overshot the first chicane there.
Well, Waddle's gone in deep. Oh, he somehow managed to pull that up. Pressure is on Jordan Waddle as he's trying to hold off the old school Aston, the best Aston.
The mean machine, yes. The Aston.
It's funny, I have seen a few people running the older Aston in public lobbies and actually being super competitive. So...
It's because it's best car.
It is best.
It is the best car? Okay.
So we had a nice experience in Bathurst in the rain, and we thought we were doing it right, and it just flew past us. Like, holy moly.
Oh, Regan Herbert dropped down to third now. Adrian Rice has got him. Now he's just got to close up. Only got to close up 6 seconds onto Dave Thornton. That's all. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Marcus Van Vliet will have to come into pit lane to pick up his second stop-go. he has not done that. He may find himself getting very close to a DQ.
Yeah, he had some points, didn't he? He was looking pretty good.
He's had a bit of a shocker. Exceeded track limits, got a drive-through, and then has gotten a stop-go penalty for speeding in pit lane while serving his drive-through. Well, we'll go through the highlights at the end of the race, assuming that that Competizione saves that for us. But Van Vliet put it on second place, took an early lead. He and John Slow then tangled together going through Parabolica, and it's just cascaded from there.
So he was in fourth. Wasn't he? In the points table. 199 points. It's gonna hurt.
Trying to find that battle with, oh, here we are. Jordan Waddle and Danny Fraser still going. They got Cam Norris coming up behind them. Oh, Waddle, he's got to be careful of those sausage curbs on the inside of Ascari there. They, no car really likes them.
Well, they did well building those. They've got every car. That's tricky.
Runs a little bit deep into Parabolica. This might give an opening for Fraser, but just depends on...
Side by side. Almost.
Depends. Is that Aston faster than a Nissan in a straight line? The answer is a resounding no.
It should be.
It's a V12. Should be quicker than everything.
It's a GTR though.
Yeah, I knew you were going to be there. Flying that
But
flag.
it's a V12.
GTR.
It's a twin turbo V6. Here we go now, Fraser. He's got a good run through Curva Grande. He'll pull up beside the Nissan. And he'll be on the wrong side of the track for the second chicane. Who's going to be later on the brakes? It's going to be Waddle. Can Waddle pull it up?
Whoa.
Just about.
Nope.
But he's got the run into Lesmo.
That was well played by Danny Fraser there. He's got to get it through.
6 extra cylinders helped.
Oh, but he's got to get it. He's got to get it through Lesmo 1 and 2 now.
Now the 6 extra cylinders just
Yep.
Is it 6 times 2 does equal 12? Times 2 volts.
Leicester's actually closed the gap onto Matterford as well. That is for the final top 5 position. So that'll be an interesting battle to watch. Here we go. Jared leading Dildo.
The good car, Rusty. The good car. Your chat's giving me, flicking me.
Yep.
Apparently the V12 isn't good.
But it's those 6 extra cylinders. It's just too much weight, mate.
Nah.
Just
To the
like
front,
just leave the bores empty and you'll be fine. Trust me.
Sure.
I mean, the crankshaft might be a little bit unbalanced, but you know, whatever.
No, you just have to take out specific. Or you can take 3 on each side. So
Yeah.
you just have 1 cylinder on
Yeah,
each.
but-
Yeah.
Just take the valves out.
I think I'm
Take
the only.
the engine out. Make it electric.
No.
Why not?
Right.
Trailer.
I'm gonna mute Tyler now.
Okay. Sorry.
And that's the last we heard of him. No one
I
must be
mean,
carrying trailer loads of batteries around.
He's gonna be taking a long walk in a lake with concrete shoes on, I think. That's what you get for suggesting electric. Especially
Yeah,
on
but
this channel.
you're suggesting taking out cylinders.
Oh, we could just take the V12 out and just put the Nissan V6 in, twin turbo it.
How about we add another V12 into the back of it?
I'm keen.
I'm sure someone is crazy enough to try it.
Surely there's a racing series for that. I'd be down to do it.
This man he'll be keen. Well, Maddisford, he's got Mad on his initials. He'll be in.
Sure. Who is it? Mad Mike? Guy chucked a
Mad
quad rotor into an MX-5. He'd do it. He should just put 2 quad rotors into an MX-5. One in the back, one in the front. Easy.
The cooler dudes have got they got a 6 rotor.
Oh, jeez. I didn't even know they made 6 rotor rotors.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
they whip one up. It's pretty crazy. I think they get like 1200 horsepower in an actual aspirator.
Oh. I got a little bit excited there.
I think they got it in the RX2 and RX2 or 3. Yeah, it was bloody. It's pretty cool. Yeah, the Kiwi boys, they like building their rotors.
Yeah, clearly.
I'm pretty sure 4 rotors is plenty for a car. Not 6 is just overdoing it, I think.
No. Hang on. So hang on. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
So V12.
Cylinders versus 12,
V12. Okay, but is plenty.
6 is enough.
Yeah. Oh, clearly it is for the
If it's
GTR.
piston motors, you need as much as you can get. If it's a rotor, 4 should be the maximum limit you should put in the car.
Oh, I don't know, chat. Let us know what you think. Like, should
make
we
the rotors bigger.
Should we just ban Tyler from this commentary box?
I'm just saying.
That's the wrong opinion.
Okay, fair enough. I am wrong most times, so.
Someone's got to be.
Broken clock is right twice a day.
I mean,
Mute him again. Oh dear.
you're not wrong.
Oh, okay, here we go. So, Dildo is right on the back of him this time.
The name?
He chose it, not me.
Well, mate.
I know that, but still, what a name.
That's what I was thought you were talking about when you said Waddle.
Oh, this.
So Dylan's back from injury. How was he going? Is he going alright? I saw him up when I first came fired up the stream. He was 1 or 2.
He started down at the bottom of the top 10, and he's just worked his way forward. Now he's in a really good position to nab a top 5. So Dylan's been doing a really good job out there, and as I've been told by chat, thank you. First race back after breaking both ankles.
Yeah, first race back. Got the all clear from the doctor and the missus.
And the missus.
He must have landed on his ankles pretty.
Oh, it was a 5-foot drop. 4 foot. Oh, okay.
4 inch drop. Weak ankles.
I mean, if it was a 4-inch drop, that would take effort to break your ankles.
I said 4 feet. 4 feet.
You said 4 inches.
No, I said 99% sure I meant 4
Or
feet.
someone said inches.
That was me.
Yeah.
It was you. Ah, okay, right.
Yeah, it was a meter and a bit or something.
Oh, Dill just getting a little bit too aggressive on the curbs through Lesmo 1. That'll cost him. He's just got to relax. He's just got to relax. Just relax.
Can't really relax. There's only 2.5 minutes left, so.
That's good call. There you go.
I'm right for once. Yes.
Still plenty of time to make the pass. You only need 1 minute.
Even Dylan should be faster than the M4, or did they slow it down a bit?
Well, I think there was a patch not that long ago, so I'm wondering if there was a bit of BOP adjustments.
Yeah, everyone bought it, so they slowed it down. Yes.
Oh, here we go. There we go.
Oh, he's going way up.
That was the opportunity that Leicester needed. A little bit of pressure on Matterford, and looks like Leicester is in front for now. We'll see what the straight line pace is between these two.
Looks pretty good, eh? Match to match. He needs to squeeze him over a wee bit. Oh, no, it's dragged off.
Oh, block pass there from Matterford, and then
Fast
block
out.
pass back from Leicester. Who's got the better acceleration? Definitely not the Aston.
Full car.
There we
Full
go.
car.
So Dylan Leicester from, I believe it was P10, and now he sits in the top 5. He's just got to hold on for another lap.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here comes Matterford.
The Austin's back.
I think the Aston might be slightly better on the straights. I don't know.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap.
These boys,
Give it all
their
you can.
best laps, 149.7, 149.6.
Oh.
They're about 4/100ths of a second difference in their best lap time.
Now Leicester's he's just starting to stretch the gap a little bit.
It's flying the flag well for shift point racing.
Oh, Madvid launches that Aston through that final curb in Scari. Not going to help him.
Getting a couple of cars off.
So we better focus on our race leader, although I do suspect he's going to have a little case to answer for.
Yeah, it's
Definitely
got-
nothing intentional there for sure, but
a
still,
collision's a collision.
that's
Yeah.
correct. He certainly has affected Regan Herbert's race in a very negative way.
Unless Herbert's done something pretty wrong, but I mean, I've done a fair bit of shielding in my day, and yeah, it could very much likely. It's only got 4-second sort of run, so it'll get chewed up.
Oh. It's been a great drive, disregarding that incident between himself and Herbert. And Dave Thornton does come home. Don't know what he's doing there, but he crosses the line and he has a good celebration. So David Thornton, winner of tonight's race, ahead of Adrian Rice, who I suspect might be the eventual winner of tonight's race if Stewart's hearings go the way I think they will. We're waiting for Regan Herbert. He'll be pretty annoyed with what happened. He comes home in third. And then we are waiting a bit of an eternity for the 666 of, almost said Chuck Norris, Cameron Norris. Lando Norris.
It could be brewing up a good rivalry.
Yeah.
That'd be quite good.
Yeah, so
Especially, Thornton, Herbert. Dum-dum-dum-dum. I like a good rivalry.
So find our last two cars on the lead lap, which is Dill Lester and Jared Matterford. We also have John Slow still out there. John Slow's recovered back to 7th. I think there will be word set to him as well. He was involved in a few incidents out there, but Dill Lester will come home with a top 5 with a great drive from 10th on the grid. So let's wrap up the positions. So Dave Thornton, pending Stewart's hearing, he's tonight's winner, ahead of Adrian Rice. Regan Herbert, magnificent drive from Regan Herbert. He definitely gets my driver of the race. He made that Lambo stupidly wide. Bring back my timetable, damn it.
No.
Give it back. Okay. Karen Norris comes home with a 4th place. He'll be happy with the top 5, as will Dylan Lester. Jared Matterford in 6th. John Slow 7th. A decent recovery from him as well. He was involved in many incidents. Huddy in 8th. Fraser 9th. Good performance from the V12 Vantage. Not the DBR9. Never mind. Stop it. There we go. Water with a top 10. Perseverance pays off for him. Van Vliet, Perseverance again for him, 11th. And we have Mobs, Bradley Robertson, and Macbeth all DNF. So Macbeth not a starter. Let's head out, and we will try and find some highlights.
So Macbeth, because that's a top 3 name. He's third in the points, so he would have been a bit livy. So Mattersford, Robertson, Macbeth are your 1, 2, 3 in your points. So Mattersford, he fits a sixth place. Yeah, might shuffle things up because the point lead is 252, 244, and 228. So they're pretty close.
Well, let's have a look at some
Mattersford's got that
highlights here. So we have the race start. For some reason focusing on Norris. We should not be focusing on Norris. We need to be focusing on the front row because it was Van Vliet who sort of mugged Thornton at the start there, and Regan Herbert just sort of followed him through as they charged into turn number 1 and 2 on lap number 1. Bit of argy-bargy into turn 1, but well, Dave Thornton lost that pole position and ended up down in third, giving chase to the 2 Lamborghinis. Norris not having the best of starts, but it looks like he's falling behind Matterford. Well, John Slow had a good start as well. Oh, geez, dive bomb in the background there. That is a mighty dive bomb from the Aston. So we missed that at the start of the race. We were focusing too much on the excitement at the front. But, geez, not bad. Had a good battle with, at the start of the race, we had a 3 or 4 way battle. We had, I think it was Waddle, Mobs and Huddy. This is part 1 of this battle. Mobs up the inside of Huddy through the parabolic. A bit of a textbook pass, that one, actually. So a bit of a decent battle here. Adrian Rossi was, he had a good start, but managed to get around Robertson. Now this is actually after, you know what, I just realised how bad the highlights are for the race. We'll have a look at some more key moments like if I can find it. Oh my God. Here we go. No, okay, so apparently we can't really get that. Fine. Let's try and find this incident between Thornton and Herbert. So this might be it here. Oh yeah. What do you guys make of that?
Oh, that's a takeout.
Ooh, that did not look like. That didn't look very How do you say that? Didn't look. It looked pretty obvious. Which is
Well,
So he was doing a presentating in the right mirror and then a chop to the other side, but he just buggered it up and then collected it all the way through.
it didn't look like he was trying to cover up anything there.
so
I think he was just looked like he was really annoyed.
that's well, that's less damning. It looks a little bit like netcode a little bit.
Oh no, he got him.
Oh, he got him, but I'd say he's just more misjudged where the front of the leg.
Misjudge.
Oh, but I mean,
But so he went to go in. Lambo was starting to close him down, and then he came back to cut the other side, and then just clipped him on the way through.
tell you what, nice car control from Regan. He will be very hacked off though. Not real happy with that at all. So we'll leave that.
If the damage was off, and he kept going. That would have been the perfect 360
Yeah.
because he managed to keep it going, which was pretty good.
Ruka in
The-
chat saying he
tricky-
should have let him back through at least.
If the Lambo, if Thornton didn't change his line, the Lambo would have touched him, and it would have been the other way around.
Was the
But it just
change in
happens to
line
be he
from?
came back.
Not
So
sure
he's
that.
coming back. So the Lambo was like moving to the right, even then he's starting to squeeze him out. If he'd hold his line and he touched him, with the Lambo, that would have been, say, at fault, and he's moved into a car. But then he's gone back to come back on the inside to swap, and he's just collected him. But because he's made that maneuver, he's the one that's sort of, see here, so he's coming back, squeezing him out, and he goes, right, I'll go over, and then whack. But if he'd held his line, then the Lambo would have taken him out. Because he is not changing his line, and he would have got squeezed. See there? Boom.
Yeah.
I'm watching your stream, so I'm a bit behind now.
Yeah, 20 seconds behind. I should be doing a screen share, but we've sort of managed to smoothen out the our stream on Twitch, so I don't really want to stuff around
Unfortunately,
anymore.
because of that move, it would make him the hitter. Because all he could do is lift his foot, and it would have been right.
Yeah.
But the Lambo should have left him room. So if the Lambo came over and actually hit him, then the Lambo at fault. But he moved over before that happened.
Yeah, that's true. I will say I don't understand the whole trying to squeeze someone thing. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, he's wanting as much track as he can to get to get your speed on the corner. So you're going to try. But I'd say the radar would have been going, you're going to touch him, or if it's that close a tolerance, like I can't quite remember. But it would probably be going, hey, but then probably, that's what we don't know. We don't know if he would have stopped and left him a car width and then been all right, because Thornton came back over before he got to that point. So you don't know. You can't use it as a thing. He hasn't done anything wrong. He just got taken out.
We can't go through the hypotheticals. It's what's happened.
We go
so,
what happened. Yeah.
Like, again, we're not stewards. We'll leave this up to the stewards ourselves for them. Dave in chat, he's saying, wasn't leaving me room all race. It was going to happen. Look.
Well, let him move into you, and then he'll get the ping, although, you might get spun out because of it, but at least he won't do it again.
Well, again, we're not going to pass judgment. We're not stewards, but that's certainly one of the big, that'll be one of the big talking points of that race. So, yeah, otherwise, it was absolutely fantastic racing between both Thornton and Regan the entire night. It was brilliant racing. It's just a shame that it ended like that. Obviously, I don't think it was intentional. I think it was.
No, he's just doing a cutback. Yeah,
trying to sell him a dummy and just misjudge where the front of the car was. Like,
you're talking like about 5. It's pretty low tolerance on the old front of the car. You can't be 100% where it is.
Yeah, well, plus depends if you're on VR or screen. Can't get that depth perception like you can in VR on a single screen or a triple. So I mean,
you probably do that 9 times out of 10 and be fine.
Oh yeah. It's always when it's so important to get it right that's when you stuff it up.
But unfortunately, yeah, you should be you definitely catching it. So we were using gradings when we were doing the stewards, and it would be sort of that 4. You've really buggered up someone's race by your error, rather than it being got yourself in a sticky sort of spot. It was all your inputs that caused.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we should be leaving that to the stewards. We really shouldn't be commenting on it. But anyway,
that's what we do. We're commentators.
Yeah, we're commentators, but we're not stewards.
We can commentate the hell out of it.
Well, those are the facts. They're there. Okay, but we are not passing judgment. We are not passing judgment at all.
We'll send our brief to the stewards.
I've got my pen and paper here. No, not really. Otherwise, yeah. Look, I thoroughly enjoyed that race. It was close. Again, it was a shame how it ended, but honestly, that drive of the race has to go to Regan. I mean, Dave Thornton is one of the hardest drivers to keep behind you. He is smooth, precise. He is aggressive as well. To hold him off for more than an hour. I just want to make that very clear. More than an hour he held off Dave Thornton. He didn't put a foot wrong. Well, sorry, he put feet wrong, but they were very, very small, very, very minor, and very, very far apart. And that's what really wins races. It's not
Rugby
making
racing,
mistakes. Yeah, it's not making mistakes. It's making fewer mistakes than everyone around you. And that is what we saw from Regan tonight. So yeah, I'm quite happy to call him driver of the race.
Pay attention to the old Huddy there. Do you see old Paul Huddy there? He's in the Pro-Am group. He's in the top 10. He's made some he's plugging away there quite nicely. He's sitting in the mid pack of all the pro drivers. So just watch out for him. He's had a nice wee finish tonight. He's gathering points. He's in the game. He's not doing he's not big wins, but he's gaining good points and he's staying in the top 10 of the points positions. So I'll show you what you can do just by keeping at it.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, a bit of practice in, working your trade.
Yeah, that's it. And also shout out to Dill Lester as well. That was a fantastic race there, Dill. Come from 10th to finish in the top 5, and you nabbed the top 5 in the dying stage of the race. You've got to feel good about that as well. In a new car with just recovered broken ankles.
You'll have a beer later with old Dill. Give him a bit of stick about it. So.
Oh yeah, we will. We still will. But still, decent drive from Dill Lester there. Adrian Ross as well. That was a very patient drive from him. He managed to just pick up pieces where he could. He did everything right. Obviously, that incident with John Slow and Marcus. Oh God, I cannot remember his name. Banvalet. That was where Adrian made up the most amount of ground. He just picked his way through that. Perfect driving from him as well. I think he made a single mistake going through Ascari, I believe. But other than that, he did very well to hang on to second place, and you never know. Might get upgraded, never know. But yeah, otherwise, that is that tonight for us here at anyway on Twitch. Let's see, what have we got coming up? So this Friday night, it is GT Club for their penultimate round of the Ford Focus Super Cup. That is coming to you from Motorland Aragon. That's going to be a very interesting track for those cars, that's for sure. Also, just a reminder to everyone that similarly with GT Club, they've got their TA2 Muscle Car Series. That's going to be starting up right after the Ford Focus Super Cup. What do you guys reckon? You're going to get stuck into that?
What was it?
TA2 Muscle Cars?
What's that? Those things there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, TA2s. You haven't seen the TA2s before?
No.
Oh, man, I thought...
I did everything.
You're in Shakedown, man. Like, everyone is all over the TA2 stuff. God.
What do you do? Oh, that's to set a Corsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look pretty sweet, eh?
Yeah. I haven't driven them, but we'll be back next Tuesday for again Shakedown Sim Racing. That will be at Nürburgring. So we thought that Monza was hard. Nürburgring is going to be even harder for these guys. That's for sure. And also, just a final reminder for everyone, just in case you haven't got the memo, GT Club is also running a World Endurance Championship on the old Assetto Corsa. That is going to be very exciting. They'll be on Saturday evenings. Their first round is coming up next month, actually, and that's at Sebring. Done a couple of laps of that Sebring circuit, and my wrists hate me. Sebring sucks. Oh, man. But other than that, we'll be having a little break from the V8 Supercars from AK Racing, but definitely hit the follow button, and definitely, if you think I've done a good enough job, please hit that subscribe button, because like subscribers, we're almost getting
Just
close
give
to
money.
Yeah.
Give me the money.
Yeah,
We'll send t-shirts.
Yeah, send me t-shirts. Shakedown. Cameron, hurry up. Anyway, I think we'll wrap this stream up here. Thank you very much to my co-commentators Tyler Craig and Naptic. Naptic joining in at the
Thank you for
last
today.
second. Yeah. Yeah, very good stream. Very satisfied with that race. Could have finished on a better note, sure, but you know, that's how it is.
That's racing.
That's racing. Just God, I need someone to do the directing thing for me because I'm struggling with the Streamlabs sometimes. Anyway, we will see you guys next time. See you later.
See you, bye.